What's up, guys? It's Chase here, and today is Game Day Sunday, so I'm going to be doing this thing where every NFL game day, I make my predictions the morning of the games. We have some good games today coming up, starting in about an hour and a half. We also have two MLS playoff games today that we are going to be previewing. We have the Orlando City taking on New York Revolution, and then we have Nashville. We have Nashville, who have came a long way. They picked up a huge surprise win. They'll be facing Columbus Crew today. So let's go ahead and get started with these previews. So we're now today we have some matchups in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Orlando City, they were able to get through to the next round. They won in a penalty shootout against New York City. That was a huge win for Orlando City. That was a really good shootout. It went all the way to the Orlando City ended up winning that 6-5 in a penalty shootout. They won that 6-5 in a penalty shootout. But for the New York Revolution, they showed what they were able to do. They beat Philadelphia Union. Philadelphia won the regular season of the MLS, and New England pulled off a huge win. They were the 8th seed, and they were able to shock Philadelphia 2-0 with two first-half goals. So the New York Revolution, they're a little bit of the dark horse team, the 8th seed that was able to somehow win. How far can they make it in these playoffs? These two teams faced off in September. It was a 3-3 draw, so we're in for a pretty good match here today. Their last match was in 2019. It was September. That was a U.S. Open Cup match, I believe. Head-to-head, Orlando City have only won 3 of 12 against the Revolution. For Orlando City, they're going to be missing their goalkeeper in Pedro Galiz, who they tried to appeal his second yellow card. It wasn't turned back, and he will miss the game. They're also going to be missing their right back, Rune Garego Texerera. And then for Orlando City, they're going to be without Dom Dwyer and Joel Montinho. There's always a lot of goals in these matchups whenever the Revolution and Orlando City face off. We always see a lot of goals that are scored in those games. So we've seen 52 goals in the 12 matches. And they average 4 goals a game from when you add them together. We had a great game, 3-3, the last time that these two teams squared off. So expect another good game. Orlando was able to come back from a 3-1 deficit. But Orlando City should be the favorites. But the Revolution, they have some momentum because they're coming off a huge win. Nobody expected them to pull off that upset. So, it's all the momentum is basically on their side. I could definitely see this match going into extra time, and maybe even penalties. But I just believe that, Orlando City, they are the better team, and I think that they will end that Revolution run. The Revolution, they showed that they can win games against tough opponents when they won against Philadelphia Union. And I feel like they could do that the same. I feel like they're really going to push Orlando City. I think that this match ends 2-2 at the end of extra time. And then I think in extra time, Orlando City will get it done. I think that Revolution will be able to push it to extra time, but I don't see them pushing it any further than that. I mean, it could go to penalties.